Dave Prazak here with the ROH World Champion, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And tonight, Danielson defends the ROH World title in a rematch against Roderick Strong. And I asked Roderick last night in Detroit for his reaction to what took place between the two of you in Connecticut, and he said that he wasn't in a talking mood. What are your thoughts going into this matchup tonight?
Dave, I'm going to do my talking in the ring. Roderick, that's where we're going to settle it.
November 5th, 2005. We're in Chicago Ridge, Illinois, as Ring of Honor returns to the Frontier Fieldhouse, and Delirious is losing his mind at the side of his tag team partner, Chicago's own vastly popular Ace Steel. Dave Prazak joined at this time by Lenny Leonard. Tag team action to get things started here tonight.
You want to talk about two guys who are a little bit left of center. Ace Steel, Crazy Ace, and Delirious, who is still running rounds and round and round the ring. I have no idea what's wrong with this guy.
I don't think anybody should try to figure him out. Clearly he's shoving Nigel right to the chest and gets met with a European uppercut. Of course, this match comes out of the rivalry between Ace Steel and Chad Collier. Goes back to Punk the Final Chapter last time here in Chicago, where Collier wrapped a chair upside the head of Ace Steel, causing him to lose a lot of blood. and lose the matchup. Ace wanted a rematch. Collier refused a singles matchup, but said he would take him on in a tag team match. So, the team that we've seen on many occasions, the pure champion Nigel McGuinness and Chad Collier taking on Crazy Ace and the equally crazy, the unorthodox Delirious.
You know, Ace, like you said just a minute ago, lost so much blood in that matchup at Punk the Final Chapter. I have never seen anyone lose that much blood in a match in my life. And you know he has got to just be dying to get his hands on Chad Collier right now.
Oh yeah, you saw him come to the ring with a chair in hand. He's out for blood literally here tonight in Chicago, and Delirious is out for lubrication, shoving his hand in his mouth to try to work his way out of the hold. But Nigel keeping hold of the wrist lock on the mask.
Nigel, the pure champion, in control right now. Talking about a guy who's been on a roll of late, but you gotta question the tactics he's used defending that pure championship. We've seen irons, other assorted low blows, putting his hands on the officials. Not exactly the kind of conduct you would expect out of a pure wrestling champion. But take nothing away from the man, he has been absolutely successful defending that belt.
And there we saw the variation of the face wash from Delirious. After shoving his hand in his mouth, rubs it across the face of Nigel McGuinness, and now it's repeated forearm strikes across the chest of Nigel in the corner. Clothesline after clothesline after clothesline. Finish him off. Bop, 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 bop. And referee Jason Harding finally exerts his influence there, putting the count on Delirious in the corner. A few hundred clotheslines to it.
Just wearing out Nigel McGuinness in the corner, and now it's Crazy Ace taking control of the arm of Nigel McGuinness. You see Chad Collier leaning over the ropes, putting the bad mouth on Ace. Knee to the midsection by Nigel, and quickly taking over on Ace.
Well, Chad Collier, you know that he doesn't want to actually get in the ring one-on-one with Ace Steel because, as I said, he's out for blood. He's out for revenge, a little bit of payback from what happened last time here in Ace's hometown of Chicago, Illinois. And now he's having to deal with Nigel McGuinness, and he's holding his own right here. Ace Steel, one of the very best veterans of the Chicago independent wrestling scene.
Caught there with a bolo uppercut right on the point of the jaw by Nigel. Kind of rocked him there. He's got him in the corner. No Irish Rip reverse. Nigel in the corner. Headstand. Ace just kind of saying, I don't think so.
He's not going to get baited into this one.
No, he's seen Nigel likes to throw that mule kick out of the corner. And there it is right there. He waited a little too long to come in and nailed him with that mule kick.
Kick to the back and a tag to Chad Collier. You'll notice Collier waits to be tagged into the match until Ace Steel is in a dire position in the match, but he's firing back on Collier.
Collier, though, cuts him right off of the knee of the midsection and backs him into the wrong part of town. Now just firing away with right hands in the midsection and tags in the Pure Wrestling champ.
Quickly gets himself out of the ring and out of the matchup. As soon as Ace Steel gets a little bit of offense in. Now it's Nigel McGuinness, a pure champion, going back to work. And what a cheap win last night over Claudio for Nigel McGuinness. He's a great wrestler, but using shady tactics. There you see the unorthodox style of Delirious paying off as he took Nigel off guard and set up Ace Steel to go to work.
Ramming Nigel's head into the knees of Delirious, who was playing possum there. Knee to the back though by Nigel, fighting right back.
Thing lizard. Into the head scissors he goes.
Nigel off his feet, ducks the clothesline. Delirious off the rope, leaping clothesline knocks the big man down.
That would be bam. Oh, and that's even more of a bam. As Collier brings himself into the ring and slides out to the floor as soon as Ace Steel comes advancing toward him.
And you know what? Someone tells me Chad Collier wants no part of Ace Steel. He says he won't wrestle him in a singles match, so we'll give him a tag match. But he doesn't seem to want any part of Ace.
Oh, Delirious in a bad way right here as Nigel. Let's see what he's got in mind. Referee's attention diverted with Ace Steel on the other side of the ring as he rakes the forearm right across the face of Delirious.
Rearrange the lizard-like facial features of one Delirious.
Purely speculation. Has not been proven that he has the lizard face. And again, Ace Steel, his emotions getting the best of him right here. Inadvertently distracting the referee and allowing Collier and McGinnis to double team Delirious in the corner.
There you see the teamwork. You've said earlier on in the match, Collier and McGinnis, a semi-regular tag team here in Ring of Honor. Delirious and Ace Steel teaming up for the first time. And you see the teamwork that has already been developed between Collier and McGinnis. Nice side southpaw suplex. Steel able to break it up. Only able to get two and a quick tag to McGinnis.
And again, letting the referee hear it. Nigel McGinnis. Frequent tags on the side of Collier and McGinnis. Good teamwork. European uppercut right into the waist socket. The German suplex with a bridge. But Ace in to make the save. And again, he's trying to get his hands on Chad Collier any way he can.
You gotta feel for Ace Steel. What a beating he took at Punk the Final Chapter. Collier just wrapping that chair around his skull.
Oh, it was disgusting. The pool of blood that was left in that ring is something that no fan will ever forget seeing in an ROH ring.
Fans starting to rally behind Delirious in the corner as Nigel tries to pick him back up. Delirious hanging on, doesn't want to get up.
He's chewing on the bottom rope. Sustenance. Trying to pull himself up in the corner. Ace Steel takes a swipe at Nigel McGinnis.
Now he's going around the ring trying to get his hands on Collier from the outside, it looks like, as Nigel locks into Shinonamaki.
Trying to take away the energy of Delirious. Has him grounded in the center of the ring. Referee Jason Harding getting in there to see if he needs to give it up. Ace Steel encouraging his partner to hang in there. Hot crowd here in Chicago.
Delirious up to a knee, trying to fight his way up. Nice hip toss out of the Shinonamaki.
He needs to make the tag here. And Collier grabbing hold of the foot. Ace Steel into the ring, going after Collier. He doesn't care about legal tags or whatever. He wants to get his hands on him.
Collier right back in, ducked through, and Ace Steel now driving knees into the midsection of Nigel McGinnis. Off the ropes. Forearm shot knocks Nigel to the canvas. Once again, though, Ace unable to get his hands on Chad Collier.
Another headstand from Nigel. This time Delirious trying to help his partner out here. And he holds him in place for the running dropkick from Ace Steel. Cover. Oh, the Collier in there with the elbow to break up the pin attempt.
Nigel unable to get that mule kick with Delirious hanging on to him. Nice double team maneuver, leg drop off the top.
Another cover here. Referee trying to get Delirious out of the ring. And there, Collier has the chair again. Ace has got it. Yeah, block him with that chair.
Cave is heading. Oh, he just hit Nigel on top of the head.
Ace Steel with the chair. Collier out to the floor.
Nigel's out.
But Ace is going for the cover. 2 and 3. Well, Ace Steel, he just pinned the pure champion. Well, a little bit of payback for Nigel McGinnis using underhanded means to retain that title so often. He gets the win for his team, but Ace Steel didn't get his revenge necessarily on that man, Chad Collier.
Man, Coca Cabana's not here. We in Chicago. He's not here. You know, it's a big rumor that he's hurt. He's
Ice
injured.
cream man, he's soft, man. You know what time it is. He's
I know,
soft.
front Jay, man. That table, man. My back is hurting right now. I can't walk. You know, that's legit, dog. You know, something that Coca Cabana don't think. We not legit.
You a gladiator, though. We warriors,
it's all
man.
good. It's good. But Cabana, man, he disrespected me a couple of times already. You know, back in New York City, you're making a rap song about me. You know, calling my peoples out and myself and say my shoot name. Come on, bro.
You're a studio gangster. You know that, B. You're a prankster,
Whatever, dog. Whatever. That Carino came back to Ring of Honor. Coca Cabana, why? Because you the one who called him up and said, I need help. Come on, Carino. The guy I smacked and broke his eardrum, Carino.
Bitch ass wigger.
Carino.
Come on, let's be real.
Nah, man, but yo, a bunch of times he disrespected me. He's going too far right now. He thinks this is comedy. He thinks this is like some kind of Three Company. You know what I'm saying? Jack Tripper, he ain't got nothing on me. Cabana, you're gonna find out that we the real deal in the independent circuit right now and nationwide. Call Cabana, tonight it's not about a wrestling match or your smart Mark calls it a professional wrestling match. This is a fight. Not only I'm gonna end your career, but maybe I might end your life. It's gonna be a 187 Ring of Honor tonight. I guarantee you this.
Be afraid, baby. Rock Rollins!
Being accompanied by Lacey, weighing 169 pounds, representing Lacey's Angels, Jimmy
The code of honor is followed as singles competition between two men who will cross paths here in the ROH ring. In tag team action as one half of the ROH tag team champions battle with former tag team champion Jimmy Jacobs.
Sal unable to defend the tag team titles here this weekend. Tony Mamaluke, his partner, out with a concussion courtesy of bumping heads with Homicide a couple of weeks back at the Buffalo Stampede. So it's Sal Rinauro going it alone against the new and, dare I say, improved Jimmy Jacobs.
Well, in Lacey's mind, it's the improved Jimmy Jacobs. You'll notice no furry boots. She's not permitting him to hustle. She gave him that flashy new ring robe, trying to change the image of Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer to try to take them back to the top, I guess, and finally add some championships to Lacey's Angels.
Side headlock by Jacobs. Rinauro backs him in, sends him off the ropes. Dropped down by Rinauro.
Going for the leapfrog, but Jacobs had that scouted, and Sal not falling victim to the inverted atomic drop right there. Put on the brakes. There's enough room right there to save himself.
As Jimmy is a little bit vertically challenged and was not able to get the knee up high enough to connect. There's an atomic drop though from Rinauro. And an inverted atomic drop as well.
I like those in Manhattan, I hear. Jacobs staying on his feet and out to the floor. You can hear some of these fans wanting to fuss, but Lacey is not permitting it, covering the ears of Jimmy Jacobs so he does not feel tempted to revert to his barbaric berserker way.
Lacey bound and determined since taking over with Jimmy Jacobs and BJ Whitmer to beat them back to the top, saying she knows what's best for these two. You gotta understand, these are two-time former ROH Tag Team Champions, but they decided to go the route of Lacey's Angels, and let's see if she can, in fact, take them back to the top as Jacobs controls with a side headlock.
Keeping hold of the head and keeping hold of that headlock in the center of the ring. These two met in two great tag team matches at Joe versus Kobashi and Enter the Dragon. Sal and Mamaluke won the belts at Joe versus Kobashi. And hopefully we will see Mamaluke back in action very soon, recovering from that concussion. As Rinauro trying to work his way out of this headlock.
Tried on a couple occasions to get his way out of it. A couple of handfuls of hair by Jacobs stopped him in his tracks. But again, Renaro able to connect with another pair of atomic drops. And one more time, Jacobs out to the floor, trying to consult with his manager, Lacey, on the outside. As again, the fans are asking him to huss.
It's not really working too well for Jimmy Jacobs right now, and I don't know about that hair either. But hopefully Lacey can give him some advice.
Still better than Chad Collier's hair.
So that he won't fall victim to yet another inverted atomic drop at the hands of Sal. Back to the side headlock. This time Renaro holding on.
A handful of hair by Jacobs as he backs him into the ropes. Going to fire him off one more time. Up and over, drop down by Jacobs. Again, goes for the leapfrog. Sal this time goes for the atomic drop. Not enough leg height there. This time he connects though.
Way back suplex. Did he get it this time? No! An atomic drop and over the top. To the floor goes Jacob.
Fortunately, Sal has knee pads on. All the damage he must be doing to his own knees. Up and over with the Pescado, but he lands on the feet.
Jacobs
Slowly outsmarted him, but not quite.
Turn around, Jimmy. Yeah, who's that? That's not Lacey standing next to you. Oh, and right into the ring post goes Jacob.
The skull of Jimmy Jacobs cracking into the ring post.
I smell an atomic drop, Lenny Leonard.
Running atomic drop, and Jacobs winds up with a face full of someone in the front row.
Wow. Look at that guy. Taking the action back inside the ring. That's what you gotta do now. And Jacobs begging for mercy.
Renaro's got to stay on him here. Forearm shot, rocks Jacobs, staggers him to the corner. Climbs in the second turnbuckle.
Flurry of fists. It's alright. They're saved by the side. Just pounding away on the head of Jimmy Jacobs. Bringing away on the arm. Sal Renaro sends Jacobs no reversal of the Irish whip. Renaro takes the buckle. Jacobs charges right into the elbow.
Sal leaping up to the top. Jacobs able to make it to his feet and shoves him off, and he crashes into the barricade on the floor.
Strategic move right there from Jimmy Jacobs. Got Renaro in a bad way out on the floor.
Give Jacobs a little time on the inside to recover. His head, remember, cracking on the ring post earlier on. Still shaking the cobwebs. Renaro out on the floor.
Both of these men feeling the effects not only of ring posts and guardrails, but all of those inverted atomic drops and atomic drops. And now the midsection of Renaro into the edge of the ring. Back inside they go.
Jacobs drops the elbow across the throat. Second across the chest.
Off comes the elbow pad. More impact. Only two.
Now able to kick out. Jacobs fails to hook the leg. Only able to get two. Backs him into the corner.
On the corner, Jimmy.
Shoulder block to the chest. Elbow again to the chest as the fans yell hush. Jacobs tells him to shut up.
He's under strict orders from Lacey to not huss and not display any sort of barbaric tactics in this match.
Fans, though, want to hear it. They're begging him. Listen to them.
Do they want to see his gear with the one long leg and the one short leg again? Those are pretty close fists. Come on, get in there, Eddie Long.
Jacobs blocks the right hand. Again, drives his shoulder to the midsection. Every time he does it, the fans in unison chanting us. Lacey on the outside, really upset.
They're stomping away and the fans hussing along. I wonder what's going through Jimmy Jacobs' mind. Should he huss? Should he satisfy Lacey? I'm not going to say anything more. Scoops him up for the body slam.
Hard slam by Jacobs. He's got Renaro in a bad way. He needs to stay on the man, though. Climbing up to the turnbuckles.
Coming up to that bottom rope. Bottom rope elbow drop. That's it. It's over. No. How did he kick out? Follows it up with another elbow drop. You'll notice the elbow pad on the other elbow, so he's doing full impact with the exposed elbow on Sal Renaro. Measures them.
Oh, no. Out. Doesn't want to hear the fans yelling huss.
No
They
elbow
will not
drop.
be denied.
Cover him. Lacey telling him to finish him off. Second round this time. High risk. He connects. Cover.
Renaro still something left in the tank, able to kick out.
I think maybe Jacobs needs to go up top. And I think he may have that in mind. Top rope elbow drop. Could that finish off one half of your tag team challenge?
You gotta think this would put BJ Whitmer and Jimmy Jacobs right back in line for a tag team title shot if he's able to finish Renaro off here.
Gets the boot up right into the face of Jimmy Jacobs.
Good presence of mind by Renaro to get that foot up in the nick of time.
And Jacobs is out.
Can Renaro capitalize here?
Both men are down. Renaro feeling the effects. Double count administered by referee Andy Long as these two men struggle for some energy to work their way back to their feet.
Crowd getting behind both men here. Right hand by Renaro and a second rocks Jacobs. Ducks the right hand. Fires away with another couple of right hands by Sal. Jacobs blocks. Ducks a clothesline. Atomic drop.
Haven't seen any of those tonight. Big lariat takes him down. Back elbow. Flurry of offense from Sal Renaro. Leg lariat. Cover.
Jacobs able to kick out at 2. Both men starting to wear down here. Right hand by Jacobs.
Lacey starting to look frustrated on the floor. Nice combo. German suplex with a bridge. No, only gets 2.
Jacobs able to kick out at 2.5. Renaro with a second win here. Trying to rally the fans behind it.
Forearm strike as Jimmy Jacobs elevated now to the top rope.
Sal's gonna follow him up.
What do you have in mind? Top rope run, possibly? Jacobs trying to fight his way out of this position.
Firing away at the midsection. Oh, he's biting him.
No, down to the canvas.
That's barbaric.
He's got a beautiful top rope senton. And that's exactly what he's going for. Gets all of it. He kicks out. He kicked out of the back senton off the top by Jimmy Jacobs.
Look at Jimmy Jacobs. He can't believe it.
Just waiting for Renaro to get back to his feet.
Renaro hanging onto the top rope. Lacey putting the bad mouth on him. Move to the midsection.
Contra code. Up, down, left, right. B8. No! Places Jacobs on the top again. Contra code blocked by Renaro. Inverted DDT. Oh, so close.
Drop Jacobs right on the back of his head, but only able to get 2. Sal now going to the top.
Both of these men pulling out all the stops to try to get the victory here in singles action. Going for that springboard kick. Jacobs ducks. Contra code. Can he get it this time? He does.
He got him. Jimmy Jacobs with a big singles win over one half of the ROH Tag Team Champions.
day on this out of the church a good day. And one of my heroes, the guy that I got so much from, oh, wait a minute. Folks, if you don't know, this gentleman's name is Scrap Iron Adam Pierce, and he's just joined Ring of Honor.
Two well put together athletes to go at it here as BJ Whitmer, who is on a 3-show winning streak as of late here in ROH, to take on relative newcomer to the roster in Claudio Castagnoli. Hey, there's Lacey! Hey! Oh, there's Lacey! Hey! Now we'll see Claudio Castagnoli in the midst of a very frustrating series of matches for him with Nigel McGuinness. Of course, gained that upset win in a non-title matchup, and has been trying to gain the Pure Championship. Of course, screwed out of the matchup last night, and definitely has his thoughts on Nigel McGuinness right now. Not too much on BJ Whitmer.
Well, hopefully he's going to get his mind on BJ Whitmer and in a hurry, because you do not want to take a two-time former ROH Tag Team Champion lightly. But I can understand Double C if he's looking past BJ at another shot at Nigel McGuinness, because he got absolutely screwed last night with that iron. Nigel playing dead after he threw the iron into the hands of Double C, costing him the match and causing Claudio to get disqualified.
And not wanting to give him a rematch now. But Claudio Castagnoli, much like Nigel McGuinness, very skilled at the European style of wrestling, can throw some of the best European uppercuts you will see anywhere in professional wrestling, and can hit him from just about any position in that ring. And no doubt we'll see him attempt many during the course of this bout.
BJ obviously put together well, one of the strongest and hardest hitters here in Ring of Honor. Well versed in the Japanese style, as he's made many tours for Pro Wrestling Noah, but he is here with his hands full in Double C.
Of course, Lacey in the corner of BJ Whitmer. He's the latest addition, along with Jimmy Jacobs, to Lacey's Angels, as I guess the previous crop of athletes weren't really pleasing Lacey. I mean, like their win-loss.
Weren't getting it done.
Jockeying for position here as Double C comes up with the wrist lock. Tosses BJ down to the canvas. Hey!
Crowd solidly behind Claudio here. BJ starting to get a little frustrated.
Extending the hand. Hey, Lenny Leonard, how about Jim Cornette and Bill Watts here in the building tonight in Chicago?
What a treat for everybody here. You want to talk about two absolute legends in the wrestling business. Of course, we're lucky here to have Jim Cornette on full-time as the commissioner, the new man in charge here, laying down the law in Ring of Honor, as BJ Whitmer is laying down the law in Double C with a dropkick in the corner. And the guy who got him started pretty much and made Jim Cornette who he was in this business, a legend in Bill Watts.
And of course, tomorrow they're going to be straight shooting with Jim Cornette and Bill Watts. It'll be great to hear those two men reminisce about wrestling's history.
I, for one, can't wait till that comes out. I'm sure it'll be available as soon as it possibly can at ROHWrestling.com.
That will press right there from Whitmer, but we'll see. Hanging in there.
BJ joining with the crowd. Has things going his way right now in the early going. For a vertical suplex here. Snaps him over hard. Nicely done. Cover.
He's a big guy to get a snap suplex on.
BJ's well put together, and he is in tremendous shape. Again, only able to get two of those. Double C's got a little left in the tank here in the early going.
Whitmer getting frustrated. He needs to stay focused on his opponent and then argue with the referee's count. Now he's going to the eyes. All the way back into the corner. Jason Harding trying to lay down the law here.
Whitmer breaking in the nick of time there as Claudio having trouble seeing in the corner.
Hard chop across the chest.
Man, can Whitmer lay him in? There's another one.
Feeling the effects. Working his way to the other corner.
Trying to get some.
Now head first into the turnbuckle goes Claudio.
Sorry, dude. I was trying to say he was trying to get some space, it looked like, there between him and BJ. Another one across the chest. That would even hurt the hand of Whitmer.
This is just the beginning of the chops we will no doubt see before the end of this night. Don't forget, American Dragon and Roderick Strong rematch here tonight with the ROH World title on the line.
Roderick Strong has been known to throw a chop or two in his day.
Bloody people's chests, just how hard he hits. Right now, Whitmer trying to wear down Castagnoli, working his way back to his feet, trying to break free of BJ's grasp.
The first elbow just kind of glanced off the side. The second one connected, but then he runs into a spine buster. Nicely done, cover.
Only two. Lacey not happy at ringside. Neither is Whitmer. Goes for another cover, but Claudio kicks out yet again.
Whitmer wasting time again, drawing with the crowd, complaining about the referee's count. Needs to stay on top. You don't want to overlook a guy like Double C. He was on quite a roll before he got screwed last night by Nigel.
Oh yeah, scoring that big upset win against Colt Cabana at Joe versus Kobashi in Manhattan with the Ricola Bomb.
Blocks the right hand, ball uppercut, there it is. You said he could throw it from anywhere, and there's another one. Staggers Whitmer in the center of the ring.
Blocked yet again, a third.
Reversal by Whitmer. Ducks the clothesline. Open, go for a crossbody and crash.
They just collided midsection to midsection in the center of the ring. Both men are down and both feeling the effects. Referee applying a double count on both athletes.
We got a couple of guys here well into the 230-pound range, crashing into each other. It's got to knock all the wind out and make it very difficult to breathe when you get hit that hard in the chest by someone that big coming that fast.
Lacey encouraging Whitmer to work his way back up to a standing position. He does. Claudio back up as well.
Off the ropes. Driving a forearm right into the midsection. And there you see again that unorthodox blow uppercut from behind. Double axe handle knocks Whitmer down. He's going to go to the outside. Look out for Claudio.
He soars and sends Whitmer down to the floor. Hey! You're talking about Lacey, are you?
Not me.
Rolls Whitmer back inside. Going for the cover now. Can't keep him down.
Claudio needs to stay on top of Whitmer. He has things going his way here. That high-risk maneuver on the outside. There's Whitmer reversed by BJ. Puts on the brakes. Boot to the midsection. Boot to the face. Off the ropes. Knee strike right to the side of the head. He might have him here. Claudio able to kick out at 2.5.
Able to withstand a lot of punishment and keep fighting. Double C definitely one of the best new additions to the ROH roster in the past several months.
Well, he is the most money-making man.
Gets the elbow up, has Claudio stunned. Got Whitmer up now. Round and round he goes and plants him chest first. Castagnoli with the cover. Whitmer kicks out.
2.5. He almost had him right there. Crowd getting behind Claudio.
See if he can keep momentum on his side.
Lacey on the outside trying to encourage Whitmer, who's in a bad way right now. Vertical suplex here. Whitmer goes behind, waistlock. Claudio holds on to the ropes. Whitmer going for the exploder. A couple of elbows from Claudio and an uppercut.
Saw the exploder coming, was able to block the attempt. For another European uppercut. Whitmer. Brainbuster!
2 3/4.
Gets his shoulder up.
Just in the nick of time, Claudio dropped right on his head, able to kick out.
See if Whitmer winding up, maybe looking for a lariat here.
Got elbow pad off. Claudio to a knee, Whitmer off the ropes.
That's underneath the attempt. Got him up. Cover! Whitmer staying in this match. Back and forth they go.
BJ Whitmer trying to keep that winning streak alive here just in the nick of time.
He's looking
Gets
for the
shoulder
Ricola
up.
bomb. Going for the Ricola bomb. Can he get it? Whitmer trying to use his leverage to block.
Forearms to the back by Claudio. Once again, trying to get him up, and Whitmer puts on the brakes. Exploder! Cover!
No, only 2. He kicks out. He's got to go for the wrist clutch. And he does. Wrist clutch exploder. And BJ Whitmer now has a 4-show winning streak shake hands. Samoa Joe looking for the code of honor to be followed by a member of the Prophecy. Denied here tonight as one of the biggest matches on tonight's show. One of the matches that the fans here in Chicago have been looking forward to the most is about to get underway. Christopher Daniels, the Fallen Angel, versus Samoa Joe.
Sister Allison Danger on the outside trying to rally the fans behind Christopher Daniels, but there are, as you can hear, a ton of Samoa Joe fans in the house.
As Christopher Daniels pinned Samoa Joe for the very first time in ROH last night in a four-way at the Showdown in Motown. Daniels actually brought Samoa Joe into Ring of Honor during 2002 and a split that led to a huge world title match at Glory by Honor 2 in September of 2003. Recently, these two locked horns at Redemption, Night of the Grudges 2, as well as Survival of the Fittest. Now, this vendetta might be settled here tonight in Chicago.
Samoa Joe starting off with a series of kicks to the side of the leg and the hamstring, trying to Charlie horse that leg up and slow Christopher Daniels down. And there he just tries to take his head off, but Daniels saw it coming, was able to duck down in the corner.
Both of these men are going to be very cautious here in the early going of this matchup. A lot on the line here. Singles competition between these two. Just 24 hours since Christopher Daniels scored that pinfall on Samoa Joe.
Of course, that was in that four-way last night. Daniels controlling the side headlock. Joe backs him into the ropes and fires him off. Daniels off the ropes hard. Shoulder tackle, and he's down in a heap, and he immediately goes to the outside.
Looking to regroup out on the floor. This feud's about wins, Lenny Leonard. Daniels caused Joe to be pinned by others at the Redemption four-way, Survival of the Fittest, but he has yet to pin Joe in a singles match. It's a big matchup in the career of Christopher Daniels here in Ring of Honor.
Especially since he brought the man here to Ring of Honor to be able to finally get that elusive pinfall win in a singles match over Samoa Joe would be quite a feather in the cap of Christopher Daniels. And Danger on the outside trying to rally the troops. They lock it up in the center of the ring. Joe's got to have a big size advantage here. Side headlock though by Daniels. Controls him in the center of the ring.
Two very skilled athletes going at it right here. Daniels with the drop toe hold takes Samoa Joe down and grabs hold of the side headlock.
Very smart move on the part of Daniels, using his quickness there to negate the size advantage of Joe. He got taken down hard with a shoulder tackle just moments ago, so he used the drop toe hold and able to take the big man off his feet.
Ring of Honor senior official Todd Sinclair checking on the condition of Samoa Joe as he tries to work his way back to a standing position. Daniels holding out of that side headlock.
And if you're Joe, you want to get back to your feet as quickly as you can so you have that size advantage. Back to their feet, both men. Joe's going to muscle him back to the ropes. Daniels, though, cranks down on the side headlock instead and drives Joe down to a knee. Joe pops right back up. Nicely done. Takes him over. Drop toe hold of his own.
And now cross faces from Samoa Joe.
Clubbing away at the head of the Fallen Angel.
Samoa Joe getting very aggressive right there. Sending a message that he means business here tonight as he stomps away on the back of Christopher Daniels.
Joe is going to want to use the high-impact offense. Hard chop to the chest, almost in the throat of Daniels. See Daniels having trouble breathing after just one chop from the heavy hands of Samoa Joe.
We're going to head first into the turnbuckle right there. Samoa Joe in control. Combination in the corner.
Drives him out of the corner, hard into the buckle. Samoa Joe follows him in, runs into a boot of Daniels. Leg lariat takes the big man down. Cover.
Only gets one. Not going to keep Samoa Joe down after just a leg lariat. Needs to wear him down, and that's exactly what he's trying to do right now.
Force Joe to carry your weight. Make it very difficult for the big man to breathe, and it will slow him down as this match progresses. Elbow to the top of the head.
Measuring the back of the neck of Samoa Joe. Feeling the effects. Daniels with the snapmare takes him down. Drives the knee down across the throat.
And then right back to the head. Daniels picking a body part here, is going to work on the head of Samoa Joe here in the early going.
Trying to wear him down. It's a strategy that Punk put to use during his series with Samoa Joe. Using the headlock to try to wear the big man down.
Joe firing away, elbows to the midsection. Clubbing shot to the back, though, takes Joe down. Daniels staying right on Joe here. Another forearm shot to the back as Joe's trying to crawl his way to the corner. Daniels helps him up. Fires him into the corner and follows him in. Running knee right on the chin. And a forearm shot. Daniels staying on Joe in the corner. Todd Sinclair asking him to back it up. Daniels fires away again with another forearm shot.
Trying to wear him down. Sends Samoa Joe across the ring. Right into the buckle he goes. But this time he gets planted. ST Joe.
Daniels charging into the corner. Joe was waiting for him and planted him, driving the back of his head into the canvas.
Pulling Daniels back up. Keeping hold of his head. Brings him back down. Chop to the back. Kick to the chest. Off the ropes comes Samoa Joe. And comes crashing down with the knee. That's the combo.
280 pounds squarely into the chest of Christopher Daniels. Cover! Only able to get two. Again, you see Daniels having trouble breathing here.
I would be too. Got Samoa Joe coming crashing down across your chest with a knee and all of his body weight.
Daniels hanging onto the ropes, trying to stop Joe from dragging him into the center of the ring, trying to buy some time here.
Christopher Daniels is a fantastic athlete, but again, just battling the size and the sheer power of Samoa Joe. Perfect example, that match with Kenta Kobashi in New York. Just showed just how hard he hits and how much punishment he can withstand in that ring and keep fighting.
Scoop by Joe, hard slam right in the center of the ring. Joe quickly now going to the legs. Daniels trying to fight him off. Joe's trying to turn him here.
See if he can get it. Maybe looking for the Boston Crab. Modified Crab, turning him over, pressure on the back. Very close to the ropes.
Look how deep Joe sits in that crab position.
Encouragement from Allison Danger. For him to hang in there, realize where he is in that ring, so close to the ropes.
Uses the ropes and able to force the break. Joe had all of his weight squarely on the shoulder blades. You normally don't see a big guy use that when he puts the Boston Crab to use. They usually will sit further down in the small of the back, but Joe's been working on the chest and the neck of Daniels so far, and he put his weight more towards the shoulder blades, up towards the top part of the back, as Daniels fires away with headbutts to the midsection and gets caught with a kick right on the chin.
Joe in control. Looking to follow up here. More encouragement from Allison Danger at ringside.
Joe, back off. Come on.
Chop right across the chest of the fallen angel.
Come on.
Samoa Joe very methodical in what he's doing as he picks apart Christopher Daniels, comes charging with the knee strike in the corner.
Daniels is almost out on his feet. Looks like the ropes are holding him up. Dave, I think.
Got him positioned in the corner. He's got his boot right across his face.
Is he got a dirty face?
Face wash from Samoa Joe.
Chris, what do you say, Chris?
Brings the crowd to its feet.
Running boot in the corner, connecting squarely on the jaw of Christopher Daniels. And everything going the way of Samoa Joe right now.
Maybe we're going to do it yet again. Off the ropes comes Samoa Joe, but this time he catches the leg. Daniels pulls him out of the corner, catches the other leg, dragon screw leg whip. Tearing away at the leg of Samoa Joe, who's now just grasping that leg in pain.
Yeah, normally on a dragon screw, you see the opponent getting taken all the way across the body of the person applying the hold. That didn't happen in this case. Joe just kind of collapsed as that leg got contorted. and Daniels smartly going right back to work on the knee with a drop kick.
Well, Samoa Joe, again, the size difference in this matchup, it's all that weight that Daniels was trying to snap down to the canvas with the leg whip. And like you said, his leg the rest of his body didn't follow where the leg was going. And it just tore away at that leg, and now Daniels is focusing on that injury.
Well, the basement drop kick right to the knee. He needs to stay on that leg. They are all the same size when they're on the mat. Again, another kick to the side of the knee, but Joe fires back. Daniels right back to the knee, and Joe with another right hand rocks Daniels.
Joe doing whatever he can to try to keep Daniels away from that leg as he fires a series of forearm strikes. Again, right back to the leg he goes.
And Daniels momentarily hesitated there. Has that ankle pick and goes right to it. Joe right in the center of the ring, but Joe is able to make it to the ropes and force the break.
A lot of damage done to that knee of Samoa Joe.
Go, Daniels!
Such a great tactician Christopher Daniels is. He can stay on one body part, focus on it, and drive his opponent into submission. Now just snapping down on that leg.
Right back on that left knee. Just relentless here.
Got him in the middle of the ring, nowhere near the ropes to save him from another potential submission hold here. Now he's got that leg grapevine with his own legs. Nowhere for Samoa Joe to go.
Trying to drive the point of the elbow right into the side of the leg. Joe trying to fight his way out. Daniels, though, right on top of it. Another hard boot right to the knee. And you see he has the knee pad of Joe rolled down, exposing that bone, enabling him to do even more damage.
Samoa Joe unable to get to his feet. Daniels very successful in what he set out to do here, focusing on that body part.
A hard stomp right to the knee. He's going to pull him right back to the center of the ring. Get him away from the ropes. Smartly done by the veteran Christopher Daniels. And you see Allison Danger in the corner looking on. She's got to like what she sees, but Joe's trying to fight his way out with a hard chop to the back.
Daniels putting pressure on that knee with one knee while holding on to the foot and twisting away on that body part. Chops across the chest of Daniels. Joe trying to break free of this hold. Daniels fires back and again stomps away on the knee. Arabian press down across the leg.
Right back to the knee. Daniels focusing right on the left knee of Samoa Joe. Maybe a chink in the armor of the big man, and again he's able to make it to the ropes.
Lenny Leonard, a quick update from Artie, our producer. Homicide will not be permitted to wrestle tonight due to an injured hip from last night's suplex through the table, courtesy of Colt Cabana. That was one match we were definitely looking forward to tonight.
Now, what a match that was last night, though. Homicide obviously still feeling the effects of that matchup, unable to go tonight. But Daniels, though, right back to work on the knee.
Speaking of feeling the effects, he's got that leg tied up in the ropes, now just standing on the knee while firing away on the head of Samoa Joe.
Gotta wonder how much damage has been done to that left knee. Daniels was on that knee for about 7 minutes or so here, non-stop. Joe just hanging on in the corner. Todd Sinclair checking on him, and Daniels wisely goes right back to work.
Again, Sinclair applying the count in the corner. Joe with forearms now, and headbutt. Got him up on his shoulders. Back belly driver right on his neck. That buys Samoa Joe a little bit of time, and time that Daniels cannot be doing further damage to the knee.
Todd Sinclair applying the count as both men are down. Fans trying to rally the troops.
Joe trying to keep his balance and stay on his feet here.
Knocks Daniels down with a chop in a second. 3 chops, and again, Daniels pops up, ducks that one. Chin breaker on Joe. Daniels off the ropes. Power slam!
Big move from Samoa Joe, goes for the cover. No, only 2. He's got to keep Daniels away from that knee.
You gotta wonder, with all the damage done to the knee, is he gonna be able to support the weight of Daniels if he tries to go for the muscle buster?
Powerbomb from Samoa Joe. Going for the STF now. But Daniels give it up right here.
Joe's got it locked in right in the center of the ring. Todd Sinclair right there if Daniels is gonna give it up. Daniels will try to drag himself and Samoa Joe to the ropes.
Joe really pulling back on the head here. Trying to keep the hold in place. Daniels trying to struggle with the ropes. Traps the arm now. Into a crossface.
Joe needs to crank back a little more. There it is, right there. He pulls right back on the chin. And look at the face of Daniels. He knows he's in trouble.
Again, trying to keep him away from being able to grasp that bottom rope to force a break, and finally gets his boot across the bottom rope, and Sinclair forces a break in the hold.
And when Joe switched the focus of that hold from the legs to the upper body of Daniels, Daniels is smartly able to maneuver his body, his lower body, around to get his foot to the ropes and force the break.
Samoa Joe limps over toward Christopher Daniels, trying to pick him back up to follow up here. Backed into the corner, elevates him to the top, looking for the muscle buster. But like you said, can he support the weight necessary on that leg?
Daniel slips out, off the ropes. Hard running knee to the chin. And an STO. Hooks the leg.
Joe gets the shoulder up.
Quick flurry from Daniels stuns Joe, only able to get 2.
Daniels now looking for the Angel's wings. Butterflying the arms. Joe works his way out of it. Standing switch. Going for the roll up here. Right after the leg. The expression of pain on the face of Samoa Joe. As Sinclair asks if he needs to give it up.
Back chops from Joe, trying to fight his way out. Forces Daniels to let go. But again, more damage done to the left knee of Samoa Joe. Look at the pain on his face.
Connects with a kick to the back of the head of Christopher Daniels.
Almost out of desperation there. Just kind of felt Daniels coming and drove the boot right to the top of the head.
Kicks to the chest now. Catches the leg again this time. Kicks away at that bad knee.
Right to the hamstring. He Charlie horsed it right up and knocked Joe right off his feet. Now looking to lock in the figure 4.
Spinning toe hold right into a slap across the face. Daniels is out. Daniels is out. Samoa Joe needs to follow up. Both men are down. Samoa Joe's leg has been picked apart by the Fallen Angel for the duration of this match. Can he continue?
Again, struggling to get to their feet. Both men, Daniels trying to make his way to the corner. Joe grabbing onto the ropes. Both men struggle up to their feet. Running boot in the corner connects.
Going for the cover. No! Only 2.
Joe unable to get a good cover there, just kind of laid across the chest of Daniels, and able to him to get that right shoulder up just in the nick of time.
Again, struggling to even be able to put any weight on that knee. Go for the full Nelson, broken.
The waist lock by Daniels rolls him out of the corner. Right into the rear naked choke. Right in the center of the ring, Joe has it locked in. Nowhere for Christopher Daniels to go.
This could be it right here. Daniels trying to elbow his way out of it. He breaks free. And had Joe's shoulders down for 2.5.
Daniels able to fire away with his elbow to the knee of Joe and force the break. Almost able to get a pinfall right there, but Joe slipped out just in the nick of time. These two men are just brutalizing each other.
Both men feeling the effects. Plant Samoa Joe. Could we see it? Could we see the best moonsault ever? slip out. All the punishment to the knee that Samoa Joe has withstood for the duration of this match, and he's still going. Running forearm strike from Daniels.
Daniels digging down. Runs right into Joe, who crotches him.
Muscle buster if he can get it. Trying to get him in proper position. Samoa Joe with the victory. Daniels obviously frustrated yet again. Samoa Joe has his sights set on the Tag Team Championship to become the first Grand Slam champion in Ring of Honor alongside his protege, Jay Lethal.
Are we on? All right, Jimmy Bauer here. We're supposed to be at intermission in the locker room. Dave Prazak, he has Nigel McGuinness standing by. And what basically happened is Colt Cabana came out to sign some autographs with the fans. And he was jumped by Homicide. And we have a fight going on. Of course, as you heard during the Samoa Joe Chris Daniels match, it was decided during the show that Homicide would not wrestle tonight because of an injured hip through that superplex off the bleachers through the table that we saw last night at Showdown in Motown. And Cabana came out to sign some autographs at intermission. He was set to wrestle Adam Pearce in the second half as a result of what we saw earlier with Pearce and Watson Cornette. But Homicide jumped him, and from what I understand, the intermission promo is canceled, and we have an impromptu fight right here. Homicide, Colt Cabana, one of the hottest feuds in ROH history, has just exploded right here in Cabana's hometown of Chicago. It all started simply enough with the Good Times, Great Memories at Dragon Gate Invasion. Homicide felt insulted. We've seen the raps by Cabana, whether at Joe vs. Kobashi or ROHWrestling.com, and Homicide has just snapped. I mean, there's been a lot of chapters here, and I'm not even prepared to do commentary here. I've been fired from this job, but Prazak in the locker room trying to get the scoop, and Leonard, I think he's in the bathroom. We're supposed to be at intermission now, and we got a chair fight going on. These two are just killing each other. The fans are supposed to be getting autographs from Colt Cabana now.
Bauer, what are you?
It's Prazak.
What are you doing on commentary?
You guys.
Never mind. What? I thought they weren't even supposed to have their match here tonight.
No, we're supposed to. Oh, look at this. Homicide absolutely killing Cabana. Homicide not allowed to wrestle tonight. He's running on adrenaline right now.
This is out of control.
And
well, the bell is rung, but this isn't even a match. And there goes the referee. Homicide putting his hands on the officials again here in ROH.
Well, Jason Harding just out there to try to stop this thing.
Blocks the attempt. Ace crusher from Cabana.
Cabana, he has to fight. Cabana is really banged up tonight as well. I mean, last night we saw Homicide and Cabana just beat the... I mean, they brawled all over that building in Detroit. They didn't even wait to be part of the official match. And it ended with that huge superplex off the bleachers through that table.
He's going for the lariat. But no, Julius smokes from the floor.
I mean, Cabana has caused Homicide to be pinned by his arch enemy, Steve Corino. I mean, he's done so much to Homicide. Homicide attacking Cabana. That parking lot attack at Dragon Gate Invasion. And wow.
These two are just absolutely leveling each other with those chairs. This is absolutely violent.
And a lariat from Homicide. Cabana is down. Got so many chairs around the ring. This whole fight, this whole war between these two is so out of control. And now we got Julius Smokes inside the ring. Obviously, 2-on-1 Rottweilers picking apart Colt Cabana yet again. And here in his hometown, Julius Smokes with Cabana. Power bomb on the chair.
Well, it was Cabana who caused Homicide to lose in his hometown of New York City, and Homicide never lost to New York City in ROH before until Cabana did that rap, allowing Jack Evans to get the pin on Homicide, but
He's got duct tape in his hands. Julius Smokes just choking away on Cabana, and now Homicide barking some orders.
well, fortunately, we haven't seen any blood spilled yet in this, but this is looking very, very bad for Colt Cabana right now.
Chair again, right into the throat of Cabana.
I'm not even supposed to be out here.
I don't even know what they have in. What does he have in mind here? He's got that duct tape. And Cabana's got no one coming to his aid here. This match wasn't even supposed to be happening.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen to Colt Cabana, Adam Pearce in the second half, but
He's wrapping that tape around the wrist of Cabana, and Smokes just choking away.
oh, dude, we got a huge problem here. We have a huge problem. Cabana is absolutely helpless.
This isn't even a match. This is an assault. Just holding Cabana. Homicide taking away.
Shut the fuck up!
I don't even want to see what's going to happen next.
The fans letting Homicide and Julius Smokes hear it as they pound away on Cabana yet again.
And they are tying up Cabana. He cannot use his hands now. He is completely helpless.
And he's got no one at ringside. Nobody wants to come out here.
We need to get some help.
With the Rottweilers.
We need to get some help out there. We're going to say, who knows what they're going to do to Cabana. He's absolutely helpless.
They have his arms tied up to the top rope.
I mean, right now, everyone's in intermission mode right now in the locker room. They're getting ready for whatever they have to do in the second half. A lot of guys, even some leaving the building. I mean, no one even knows anything's going on in the ring right now. Everyone thinks it's an intermission. And what's this, a fork?
He's got the fork! He's got the fork! And Cabana's got nowhere to go!
Oh no, Cabana's absolutely helpless. Someone get word to the locker room.
Oh, he's just stabbing away with that fork at the head of Cabana! Somebody's got to put a stop to this!
Cabana cannot even use his hands to protect him, and he is bleeding.
Let's get some help for Cabana!
Cabana is defenseless. He can't use his hands, and he is absolutely bleeding. Homicide has torn the flesh of Cabana wide open with that fork.
An outlet assault of Colt Cabana here in front of his friends, his family!
Can someone get some word to the locker room, please? We have no officials out there, nothing.
Stop! Stop!
The blood just flowing into the eyes of Colt Cabana. He's still tied to the top rope.
Oh my God! Oh my God! He's got that! Look at that huge scissors! I mean,
Get somebody out here!
Cabana has pushed Homicide over the edge with that rap. That rap did it. Oh, look at that evil smirk on the face of Homicide. He knows Cabana's helpless, and he's got those razor-sharp scissors. No, he's gonna try to cut his tongue out. Get some help!
Somebody hit the ring! I'm going back to a rock. Yeah.
He's gonna cut his tongue out, and there's a steal. Thank God! Let's get out of here.
Well, there's the opening bell, and everyone still in a state of shock after what we just saw between Homicide and Colt Cabana. Added match to the card tonight, Scrap Iron Adam Pearce being given an opportunity that he asked for, courtesy of Cowboy Bill Watts earlier tonight.
singles matchup against the holder of the top of the class trophy, Davey Andrews out of the ROH Wrestling School.
I made my way back to the broadcast position. Obviously, no intermission tonight. We're going to have this added match instead after what we just witnessed between Homicide and Colt Cabana. I mean, I'm going to step outside wrestling announcer Lenny Leonard mode and just say what I am completely and utterly in shock by what Homicide tried to pull. I mean, trying to cut a man's tongue out is so far and away outside of what should be done in a wrestling ring. I mean, this is way beyond wins and losses. This is, someone's going to get hurt, and someone's going to get hurt real bad.
It's getting to a very dangerous point between those two, but right now it's Adam Pearce with the vertical suplex on Davey Andrews. Pearce, a veteran of the ring, got his start here in the Chicago area, out of Waukegan, Illinois originally, recently relocated to the West Coast, where he's been competing for the past several years, and has made his way to ROH and is being given an opportunity to show what he's made of, and Davey Andrews showing what he's made of right there as he fires away on Pearce and goes to the eye.
Another guy who's looking to make a name for himself, the top of the class himself, Davey Andrews, taking this match on very little, actually no notice whatsoever. Adam Pearce coming out earlier on, getting in the ring with Bill Watts and Jim Cornette, two legends in this business, asking for a shot after he threw himself in?
Yeah, whatever. Everybody knew he was already in town last night in Detroit. Nice power slam there from Adam Pearce. High impact. Doesn't have a lot of pretty-looking offense, but he gets the job done. That's all that matters. Old school to the bone, Adam Pearce. And likes to utilize the pile driver to finish off his opponent.
He's a very workmanlike guy in the ring. Like you said, not going to be flashy, not a lot of pretty moves in there. He's not going to be doing any Hurricane Ranas or flippity moves off the top rope. He's just going to get in there. He's going to bust you in the mouth.
Not so much about pleasing the wrestling fans. He's about wins and losses here. He wants to work his way into main events here in Ring of Honor.
That's what it's all about in Ring of Honor anyway, so he's going to fit right in. It's all about wins.
A very confident individual is Adam Pearce.
You got to rack up the W's if you want to keep your spot here in Ring of Honor. People from all over the rest of the world trying to make their way to Ring of Honor to compete against the very best in the business today. And if you want to stay Spinebuster, you better pick up some wins. And Davey Andrews had better kick out right now.
And he did. Gotta hand it to Davey Andrews. Like you said, ready on almost no notice to get in the ring. A lot of the Ring of Honor wrestling school graduates show up to every show with their wrestling gear looking for an opportunity. Andrews saw an opportunity here as Pearce wanted a match on the show, and he's getting it here tonight in Chicago. Pearce taking a chance all the way up top.
Just what I say, you're not going to see any flippity-floppity flying moves. The big man goes right to the top. And maybe that's why you don't see it too often out of Adam Pearce, because there's nobody home as Andrews rolls out of the way.
Double count administered by referee Bryce Remsburg. Both men down on the canvas. It's an opportunity right here for Andrews to shake off the effects and try to dig down for some energy. Andrews can hit very hard in that ring himself.
What an opportunity this is for Andrews if he can pick up a win here. This would by far be the biggest win in his young career, and he catches Pearce with a chop and a hard forearm like you said just minutes ago.
There's a reason that he's the top of the class trophy holder here in Ring of Honor, and he's showing Adam Pearce firsthand.
Sends Pearce off the ropes, drop down, Pearce up and over. Hard hooking clothesline takes him down from the left side.
Nice flurry of offense from Andrews, needs to stay on the man.
And there you see the inexperience right there maybe coming into play, not staying right on Pearce, who now is begging for time, and Davey is giving it to him. Big mistake here, I think, by the youngster. Pearce backing into the corner, might be trying to sucker him in, and there he is right there with a finger to the eye.
Fell right into the trap that Adam Pearce set for him. He's a very wise wrestler, Adam Pearce.
Andrews up and over, Pearce hits the corner. Andrews off the ropes, ducks the clothesline off the ropes again. Hard running kick right to the face.
Go for the cover.
Get on him, man.
Too close to the ropes. The boot of Adam Pearce across the bottom ring rope.
Something that'll come with a little more experience. Davey Andrews maybe pull the man a little bit further away from the ropes before making the cover, and he might well have put him away right there. But he still has things in control right now, and he's got to stay on Adam Pearce. Fires him off the ropes. Set too soon and caught with a neck breaker.
Drove him right down to the canvas, and now Pearce. Maybe looking for the pile driver.
Let's go there!
See if he can get it on Andrews. Jumping pile driver from Scrap Iron Adam Pearce. Cover. And that's it. Adam Pearce scores the victory against Davey Andrews.
For a few seconds, this place was Armageddon. There was a firefight!
Strong not wasting any time, connects with a dropkick that sends the champion out to the floor. The ROH World title is on the line. One fall to a finish. 60-minute time limit. A rematch from last week in Connecticut as the American Dragon puts the belt on the line against Roderick Strong.
You talk about a rematch from last week, and you can see the effects of that first matchup still plastered all over the chest of the world champion Bryan Danielson on the outside as he takes a look at the welts that still remain on his chest, courtesy of one Roderick Strong.
You know, we say every single time that Roderick Strong is in the wrestling ring that he does a lot of backbreakers. He can pick apart his opponent's back, and he also throws some of the most lethal chops you will see in professional wrestling. And the evidence is right there on the chest of Bryan Danielson.
Champ back into the ring. Looks like we're about to finally hook it up here after that brief flurry to start things off.
Oh, no doubt tempers flared last week in Connecticut between these two. It got hot and heavy in that matchup, and both of these men have a little bit to prove tonight in Chicago.
Yeah, obviously those tempers still lingering here at the onset of this matchup. A slap to the face from the champ, and then Roderick with a drop kick. Once again, hooking it up in the corner. We saw that early on in the first matchup. Trouble breaking these two apart when they had their clinches in the corner. Todd Sinclair, senior official, right in there trying to keep these two on an even keel as we start this matchup.
Well, last week it started off as an excellent hold for hold, move for move game of human chess between these two, and as the match went on, they got a little bit more aggressive with one another. The fans sort of got under Bryan Danielson's skin a little bit, almost as much as the chops of Roderick Strong did. And, you know, when the fans get on his case, he reacts accordingly and takes out his aggression on his opponent. And that's exactly what he did with Roderick Strong in Connecticut.
Hopefully we're going to see these two guys have a classic matchup, something we've come to expect in every Bryan Danielson title defense in the early part of his reign here, and I expect this match to be no different as Roderick tries to go to work on the arm of the American Dragon, who backs him into the corner.
You see a clean break? Nope, he's not going to wait. No feeling out process in this rematch.
Hard chops and another slap to the face, and Roderick fires right back. He is not going to let the champ disrespect him. He's going right back at him, and that's exactly what Roderick has to do. He cannot back down from Danielson when Danielson gets aggressive. He needs to keep that aggression that he normally brings to a match and not let Danielson dictate to him how this match is going to go.
Well, you'll notice Dragon out to the floor and staying on the floor, you know, regaining his bearings, thinking a little bit. He's dictating when he gets back in the ring, when this match continues. He's going to set the pace here tonight as champion.
You know, and that's the smart thing for the champion to do. You know, Bryan Danielson does not have to beat Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong has to pin Bryan Danielson. So all the advantages when it comes to that sort of thing are in the favor of the American Dragon, and he's going to use every bit of it to his advantage as you see him on the outside join with the fans here in Chicago. Obviously no love lost between the fans of Chicago and Bryan Danielson.
Well, the last time they saw Bryan Danielson in Chicago, it was when he walked out on the company, unsuccessful on that evening, and earning the ROH World title from Austin Aries. And if he couldn't hold the championship, he felt that there was no reason for him to even be in Ring of Honor. He left, he regrouped, he came back, and in his first match back, he won the title from James Gibson and is your reigning ROH World Champion.
You know, he walked out on the company back in Nowhere to Run in May. Also, not just failing to win the world title, then refusing to shake the hand of Austin Aries on top of it. So obviously the fans here, as you can see, that young man in the front row voicing his displeasure with the world champ.
Are you done? Are you done?
And there you see again, Danielson getting involved with the fans, something we hadn't seen before in Bryan Danielson, but somehow the fans of ROH are starting to get on the nerves of Bryan Danielson, and he's letting it affect him a little bit, and he is going to wait until he's good and ready to get back in the ring, which he finally has done.
Well, he feeds off the reaction of the fans, and if they're going to react to him in a negative or a critical way, he'll just get more aggressive with his opponent in the ring.
Side headlock on Strong by the champ. That's one way to eliminate the chops and the backbreakers. Wear Roderick Strong down and control a body part. Strong's going to fire him off the ropes. Hard shoulder tackle by the champ, and Roderick goes down hard.
And of course, you're talking about how Roderick Strong needs to get the victory tonight. He has to beat Bryan Danielson. Perhaps one of the biggest wins in Roderick Strong's career was right here in Chicago at Punk the Final Chapter when he defeated Matt Hardy in Hardy's final match in ROH.
What a matchup that was on that show. Roderick Strong, the only person able to defeat Matt Hardy in his brief stint here in ROH. And that might have been the match that catapulted Roderick Strong to the upper echelon in this business. Greco-Roman knuckle lock here. Both men using their heads like battering rams. Danielson backing him into the corner.
Monkey flips him out of the corner, holding on to the Greco-Roman knuckle lock. But Roderick keeping his shoulder up off the canvas.
Danielson driving the knee to the side of the face at the same time. Roderick able to get that shoulder up one more time.
Still holding on to the knuckle lock, their fingers interlaced. And now it's Roderick backing the champion into the corner. Going for the monkey flip himself. Still holding on to that knuckle lock and now trying to keep the shoulders of Danielson down on the canvas.
Driving that knee right into the point of the shoulder as well.
You know, not only that big win against Matt Hardy here in Chicago, but Roderick Strong won Survival of the Fittest 6 weeks ago. He defeated James Gibson in a classic matchup at Unforgettable in Gibson's final ROH match, and Gibson called him, as a result of defeating him in that match, this year's MVP in ROH.
Well, that was the matchup that people have been clamoring for a while. You know, there was quite a debate back and forth over who was the MVP of ROH. As you see, Bryan Danielson, both arms of Roderick Strong wrapped around his own throat as the champ drives the knees right into the small of the back. As I was saying, debate over who in fact was the MVP in this company, and I think Roderick settled it, at least in the eyes of James Gibson at the end of that match.
Turns it around a little bit, pulling back on the face, very close to the ropes. Roderick realized it and grabbed hold of the bottom rope to force a break, but Danielson pulling away on the face of Strong, and he has until 5.
He has a 5 count. He's using every bit of it as he rips away at the face again. Yes, we know. You've got 5, champ.
And taking full advantage once again, driving the knee right into the back of Roderick Strong.
Here again, you see that newfound mean streak in Bryan Danielson.
Well, if the fans get on Bryan Danielson, he'll give it right back to them. He'll feed off them. No one tells Bryan Danielson how to wrestle. Not these fans, not corporate America. You know, the belt means wrestling freedom to Bryan Danielson, to do things his way. And that's exactly how he's going to do it here tonight and in all of his title defenses.
All of his title defenses, he has open challenges sent out across the wrestling world. People from all over getting an opportunity to come to Ring of Honor and challenge for that title. We saw Steve Corino fall just short in his attempt. Steve Corino put up a hell of a fight in that matchup, falling at the hands of Bryan Danielson, who just drives the knee to the forehead of Roderick Strong.
Yeah, that match with Corino at the Buffalo Stampede, and of course last night defeated Chris Sabin in an excellent match in Detroit. Defeated Austin Aries and Enter the Dragon. Beat Roderick Strong, of course, last week at This Means War.
Danielson go to the outside trying to get away. Danielson trying to get away from Roderick Strong on the outside again, trying to dictate the tempo, but this time Roderick would have none of it and followed him right out.
Roderick Strong trying to dictate the pace right there, but Danielson takes him back down to the canvas. Keeping his shoulders up off the canvas right there. Danielson got him in the clinch.
That's exactly what Roderick has to do. When Danielson goes out there to catch his breath, to stall for time, to jaw with the crowd, he needs to stay right on him and get him back in the ring. Because Danielson will lull you into a false sense of security, letting him stay on the outside and regroup. You're playing right into his hands, and that's something Roderick does not want to do here.
Snapmare brings him down to the canvas. Todd Sinclair getting right in there. He gets his shoulder up once again.
It's the aggressive style of Roderick Strong that has gotten him so far in the wrestling business, in particular here in Ring of Honor, and he needs to stay with what brought him to the dance, to use an old cliche, and be aggressive and not lull himself, or let Danielson rather lull him into that false sense of security and wrestle Danielson's kind of matchup.
Well, Danielson's trying to dictate the pace here and try to slow Strong down. and keep him from having the opportunity to be aggressive. He's trying to take Strong off his game by stalling and being methodical about what he's doing in the ring. But Roderick will have none of it, firing away with forearms now.
Squarely on the side of the jaw of Danielson, staggers him in the corner. Another and a series of forearm shots, and Danielson reverses it. Bolo uppercut, rock strong. I think his eyes just rolled in the back of his head.
You saw how hard-hitting their first matchup against one another was last week. We're seeing more of the same here in the rematch. Now just stomping away on the midsection.
Again, using the count to his advantage. He's got till 5 to break, and he's going to use every single second of it to do as much damage as he possibly can to Roderick Strong.
The champion ringing away on the arm of Roderick Strong. Crowd getting behind Strong. And Danielson will feed off the reaction that he's getting from the fans here in Chicago.
Still hang on to that arm. Roderick, though, able to spin through, reverses it. Nice arm drag, a twist of his own, ringing away on the arm again. Both men right in the center of the ring. Danielson down to a knee as Roderick clamps down on that wrist. Crowd again starting to get behind the challenger.
Danielson rolls forward, bridges back. But Roderick pulls him up. Only gets 2.
Quickly into a magistral and a hard chop in the corner. Reversal by Danielson. Roderick puts on the brakes. Boot to the midsection. Springboard crossbody.
Only gets 2.
And then right back to the arm. Smartly done by Strong, going right back to the arm that he's been working on for a couple of minutes here. Has that hammerlock right in the center of the ring. And pulling back on that forearm, trying to turn him over for a near fall here with that half Nelson. But Danielson fights him off.
Gets a near fall out of it. Still has the arm trapped in hammerlock positioning. Drives the knee into the back. Of course, Roderick Strong will focus on that body part if he gets the opportunity. A wide array of backbreakers. He has yet to hit any of them in this match thus far.
Drives the knee to the chest. Floats over for a cover. Danielson kicks out at 2. Champion trying to get some feeling back in that arm, and Roderick goes right back to it.
Roderick deciding to focus on the arm thus far in the matchup, rather than focus all of his attention on trying to go after the back.
So probably a wise strategy on the part of the challenger. You got to know Danielson comes into a match with Roderick Strong, and Roderick has a 5 count as well, if you didn't know.
Yes, he does.
You know, you got to think Danielson has to think, for his part, that Roderick is going to go to work on his back. And yes, Roderick, you do have a 5 count. So Roderick trying to change things up here and focus on a different body part, maybe throw off the champion a little bit here. Not a bad strategy by the challenger as he picks the champion back up in the corner. And another hard chop to the chest.
Butterflying the arms, butterfly suplex, brings him down to the canvas, lateral press. But no, Dragon able to kick out. Both men no doubt learning from the first contest between these two last week and changing up their game plan just a little bit. Roderick trying to wear him down, has that arm trapped, doing more damage to the body part, but Danielson trying to work his way out of it, back to his feet. Back Strong into the corner.
Clean break, clean. Break it up.
Sinclair looking for a clean break. Both men nose to nose. Chop from Danielson. And a second.
You're cheering for his job, sir. Fuck off.
These fans getting under the skin of Bryan Danielson. Look at that. Look at the stain on his face.
Apparently the champ upset that they wouldn't cheer for his chops in the corner.
Well, hey, the last time they saw him here in Chicago, he walked out on Ring of Honor. European uppercut from Danielson.
And again, the champ just mocking the crowd.
These fans have seen the progression in Roderick Strong. Him just getting better and better with every outing. Does he have what it takes tonight to win the ROH World title and represent this company as the very best wrestler on the roster?
Danielson now just standing on the side of the face of Roderick Strong as referee Todd Sinclair applies the count. And yes, we know you've got a 5 count, champ.
Strong drives the shoulder into the midsection. Chop now from Danielson. Trying to get a little bit of a measure of revenge by chopping away on Strong, and now just slapping him across the face, just an insult. And that's just gonna fire up Roderick even more. Danielson goes after the leg and snaps it down to the canvas.
Roderick Strong feeling the effects on that knee. We're about 15 minutes in here to this matchup. Danielson using his time wisely on the outside, trying to slow the pace down. You gotta think he has a little bit more experience in longer matches than Roderick Strong, so the longer this match goes, I think the advantage is probably gonna go to the champion. Especially since Roderick is a high-energy offense type of guy. He doesn't want to go 30, 40, 50 minutes. He wants to hit you hard and hit you fast and get in and out. And Danielson is doing the smart thing
By standing on his throat? Yeah, he is. And he has till 5.
He does have till 5. And I'm sure he's about to tell the referee any second now.
Smirk on the face of the champion.
God, is he cocky.
Gotta keep in mind, though, Roderick Strong, no stranger to long matches himself. He went, what, 50 minutes at survival of the fittest and came up the victor. And once again, standing on the side of the face of the challenger.
And he did it over 5 competitors as well. So yeah, not to take anything away from Roderick Strong, he is a guy who has shown he can go the distance. I'm just saying, it wouldn't shock me if in a long match the advantage would go to the champion, especially since the champion does not have to defeat the challenger. And you know, Strong went 50 minutes at survival of the fittest. Danielson went 75 against Aries at testing the limit.
Nice German suplex with the bridge right there, but couldn't keep his shoulders down on the canvas. Now grabbing hold of the legs, possibly looking for the Boston Crab here. If he can turn him over. A hold that Roderick Strong likes to put to use with the knee position into the back of his opponents, the stronghold.
Strong though fighting him off here, but Danielson turning him the other way. Smartly done, but doing that turns him closer to the ropes, and Roderick uses that to break the hold.
Measures him and drives the knee into the lower back of Roderick Strong.
Again, jawing with the crowd.
And keep in mind, last night, his victory over Chris Sabin, he defeated him with the stronghold last night in Detroit. I wouldn't be surprised if Danielson's idea tonight is to defeat Roderick with his very own hold here in Chicago.
Yeah, obviously sending a message to Roderick last night in that matchup.
I would certainly put a halt to Roderick's skyrocketing stock in professional wrestling.
Another hard chop across the chest. Pulls him out of the corner. Another European bolo uppercut. Strong staggers all the way to the other corner. Sinclair in the corner checking on Strong as again dragging jaws with the fans in the front row.
And again, he's dictating the pace of this match. He's keeping it slow and methodical the way that he likes it. Reversal of the Irish whip, dragging into the corner, goes through the legs of Roderick Strong up on the shoulders. Can he get him? No. Dragging with the waistlock, standing switch. Go for the O'Connor roll. Oh, he got all of that big boot, but couldn't keep the champ down.
2.5. Somehow Danielson kicked out. He might want to check the chicklets there because Roderick might have kicked a few of them into the front row.
Strong now with Danielson. Sending the buckle hard. Comes charging into the boot from Danielson. Up to the second now. Drop kick as Danielson came soaring off the ropes. Roderick connects with the drop kick, following it up with the powerbomb. Only 2. More high-impact move from Strong, but can't keep his shoulders down.
Roderick effectively using an offensive maneuver like the drop kick in a defensive position, catching the champion coming off the ropes, and then quickly trying to capitalize with that powerbomb into a folding press. But again, the champ able to kick out at 2. Another cover by Strong.
Gets that shoulder up once again. Roderick just stomping away on the chest. Tide turning into the favor of the challenger here momentarily anyway. Looking for the stronghold possibly right here. Trying to turn Danielson over now.
He's got him right in the center of the ring. Trying to look at the drive in the legs as he's trying to just crank down and turn him, and using the method that Danielson used to try and turn him over as well. Lean him one way and then quickly jerk him back in the other direction and get that momentum going against him. Unable to do so though is Danielson fighting him off with everything he's got. But Roderick still trying to drive the knee to the back. He doesn't completely have it cinched in, but doing damage nonetheless to the back of Danielson.
Crowd chanting for Danielson to tap. He's struggling to get toward the ropes to force a break, and he does. You know, Roderick Strong working over the arm of Bryan Danielson during the early portions of this matchup, rather than the back, could have been a deciding factor in just how much pain the stronghold inflicted on Danielson right there.
As the champ in the corner, firing away boots to the midsection and now to the head. Roderick needs to stay on him here. He's got him in a bad way, and he's being smart. A little taste of the champ's own medicine, driving the boot right to the throat in the corner. Just waving the official away. This one obviously starting to get a little personal.
Oh, it got personal last week. This is just a continuation of the, I guess we could just call it a rivalry between these two. A rivalry that gets very, very intense.
Definite bad blood between these two guys. That taken up to another notch when you figure the prize in that rivalry is the World Championship here in Ring of Honor. And Danielson goes right back to work on the back of Roderick Strong.
Roderick, the victim of a backbreaker. Dragon used these backbreakers effectively last night at the showdown in Motown against Chris Sabin, who signed one of the open contracts Danielson has sent all over the wrestling world.
There you see the pain on the face of the challenger as the champ continues his assault on the lower back of Roderick Strong, picking him back up.
Again, working over that back. As you mentioned, the match against Steve Corino. Got one of those open contracts through Dream Stage Entertainment and the Hustle promotion in Japan. You never know whether they're a member of the ROH roster or not. Anyone in professional wrestling that wants a chance to prove that they're better than Bryan Danielson, step right up.
Or Roderick Strong if he's able to win this matchup here tonight. But right now, everything going the way of the champ, and now Roderick wants to go to the outside and try and buy himself some time here.
Well, it's wise on his part to try to get away from further punishment. But chopping away at the chest of Roderick Strong. Measures him. European uppercut. Roderick might be out on his feet.
See him staggering around the ringside area, dazed almost as he's now leaning on the guardrail. Dragon stalking him here. Another hard chop to the chest. Dragon obviously still has some fans here in the Chicago area. Strong making his way up the ramp. Another chop to the chest. Now Strong fires back, rocking the champ with a forearm and another chop to the chest.
Body slam on the ramp. That does a lot of damage to the back of Danielson right there. He may not have hit any backbreakers as of yet in this match, but he just did a lot of damage with one maneuver on that steel ramp.
I know some of this damage was done last week. Did you get a look at the chest of Bryan Danielson? It is hamburger.
Another chop across the chest of Roderick Strong now as referee trying to get these two back toward the ring. Right into the steel barricade goes Strong.
Get the match in the ring now.
Taking the action all over the ringside area here in Chicago Ring.
Sends him hard to the guardrail one more time, props him up, and again another chop to the chest.
Danielson seems determined to bloody the chest of Roderick Strong just like he did to him last week and has continued to do tonight.
Danielson sent hard into the guardrail, shoulder first. You see him clutching at that arm.
Pulls him back up. Just doing even more damage to that bruised chest.
And And these two guys are just going at it, as hard-hitting and physical a match as I've seen in some time. And this is pro wrestling at its finest right here, folks, with the biggest prize in our sport, the world title on the line. And again, the champion hits the steel.
There's just so much punishment the human body can take before it just gives out. These two are really taking each other to the limit.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Dave, as the challenger now is going to fire the champ right back into the center of the ring. Referee Todd Sinclair checking on Bryan Danielson as Roderick Strong makes his way to the apron.
They did their damage on the floor. Now it's time to bring it back inside the ring and go hold for hold inside the squared circle.
It also shows you how important that Todd Sinclair sees the ROH World title, as he gave these two a lot of leeway on the outside and now lets them back into the ring to continue this matchup. He too knows how important this title is.
Another chop from Roderick Strong, but
he just spat in his face.
This is getting heated, Lenny.
Look at the face of Bryan Danielson, just utter disgust. Another cover.
Disgust and determination here as Roderick pounds away.
Roderick just firing right hands to the top of the head. And a boot right across the forehead. These two pulling out all the stops here. Single leg takes the challenger off his feet. In the mount position. Near fall. Trying to force the arms down.
And rake his forearm across that face. The palm and the forearm across the face of Roderick Strong. You know, Bryan Danielson, known for all the mat classics and great scientific wrestling, but the series of matches here against Roderick Strong is more just a fight. It's about sheer brutality in the wrestling ring. And the spirit of competition.
And the world title to boot.
And the world title.
It's two guys trying to impose their will on one another with the world title hanging in the balance. And now Bryan Danielson using all of his weight to sap the oxygen from Roderick Strong. This is sound strategy here as we're probably 20-25 minutes into this matchup. Roderick starting to slow down, and now Danielson trying to just cut the oxygen supply off, the gasoline, if you will, that fuels the engine of the body. And Roderick Strong is in a bad way right here, with Danielson just trying to choke him out, basically.
Takes away his power maneuvers if he has no energy left in him. Danielson tries to hold on to the sleeper here. Right on his head!
But can he follow up? He just dropped the champ right on the back of his head, but he can't follow up. Dazed look on the face of Roderick Strong, still trying to regain his wits.
Never mind Roderick's face, look at the champ. Hooks the leg! No, he kicks out.
Danielson able to kick out at 2.5.
Oh, right to the back of the head is Strong, and he stomps away on Danielson.
Just amazing how every few minutes they will start trading holds, and then they'll realize that they just can't stand this guy, and they'll just waylay them with a wicked shot. Another backbreaker by the champ.
Picking apart the back of Roderick Strong. Wanting to defeat him at his own game. Focusing on that particular body part during this match and wanting to ultimately make Roderick give up to his very own hold. As now it's bow and arrow time.
Grapevine the legs as the knees in the small of the back, hand on the chin, and pulling back across his own body. He's got him bent right in the center of the ring.
Referee in perfect position to see if Strong needs to submit.
See the body angle of Roderick Strong there. Danson's only able to get one knee into the back. He does not have it completely locked in here. Still doing damage nonetheless, but not as effective as it would be if both knees are in the small of the back and he rolls Roderick over.
These fans starting to get to Danielson yet again. And he'll just beat off of them.
Snapping back. Changing it up now, going to work on the knee there of Roderick Strong.
Well, the bow and arrow does damage on several body parts at once, strain on the back as well as the knee and the legs. Another backbreaker right over the knee. Sound strategy from the champ.
Again, just a disdainful look at this crowd as he makes his way to the corner.
Nice to come off the top with the diving headbutt. Danielson connects.
Driving the forehead right into the shoulder and collarbone of Roderick Strong. Cover here, hooks the leg, he might have him.
Not enough. Roderick trying to shake off the effects. Just kicking away at the back of the head while talking that garbage.
Roderick trying to make his way to the corner. Handful of hair by the champ. Crowd starting to get behind Roderick.
Danielson contemplating his next move here.
Roderick had his hands up trying to block what it looked like was going to be a strike from Danielson. Instead, he just chokes at him right in front of referee Todd Sinclair, who was warning the champ.
He might have been waiting for the opening to connect with a palm strike right there, but Roderick was able to put up the block.
Unable to block that choke and now driven into the corner by the champ. Backhanded slap to the face. Series of slaps to the face.
It's not so much doing damage as it is just an insult to Roderick Strong here. Places him up top. Hard forearm to the back. More damage to the back.
Follows him up, standing on the second, now all the way to the top. The champ might be looking for a belly to back off the top.
Belly to back superplex, no! Roderick used the momentum to turn it into a crossbody. 2, no! Gets his shoulder up.
What presence of mind by the challenger to turn his body in midair and connect with that crossbody, but unable to get the 3 count.
Roderick now, another chop across the already bruised and bloody chest of the champion.
And a knee right to the solar plexus. Champ gasping for air in the corner. Reversal Strong again puts on the brakes. Connects with that back kick. Cross body. Champion saw him coming this time. It goes right into the Fujiwara armbar.
Breaking up on the arm, and he's got him in the center of the ring.
He's looking for cattle mutilation.
He can bridge forward. He does. Cattle mutilation cinched in.
Right in the center of the ring, nowhere for Roderick to go.
Still holding onto those arms. Trying to change it up a little bit. Got the shoulders down. Pinning predicament. No.
Roderick able to fight his way out. You see him kicking his legs almost in desperation there to break up that pin attempt, only to get caught right back in his submission in the center of the ring. And once again, he's going for the cow mutilation, and he's got it right in the center of the ring, but Roderick able to wiggle his way towards the ropes and get his foot on the ropes and force the break.
Danielson able to lock in cattle mutilation twice. We are just over 32 minutes into this match, Lenny Leonard. These two not backing down one bit, giving it all they've got for the ROH World title.
Danielson trying to drag Strong up. He's almost limp in the corner.
European uppercut sends Strong down to the mat.
One shot and Roderick staggers to the canvas. You can see the absolute physicality starting to take its toll on both these guys.
And just the facial expressions of Bryan Danielson. Just how pissed off he's getting at these fans at Roderick Strong.
Handful of hair again as he drags the challenger up. Goes for another bolo, but Roderick puts on the brakes, trying for a backslide, lands on his feet, and there's the half Nelson backbreaker.
Fall for Roderick Strong. Over 30 minutes into the match, and he finally is able to hit his first 2 backbreakers.
Torture rack into the backbreaker for a 2 3/4 count. We were that close to new champ.
Stronghold.
Danielson trying to crawl to the ropes.
Can he make it?
Very close to the ropes. Roderick doesn't have that knee planted right now, but he is still cranking down. Danielson very close to the ropes. Trying to crawl his way over, and he makes it to the ropes. Bryan Danielson just saved the world title right there.
What a battle between these two. Danielson rolling all the way out to the floor. Roderick, after being forced to release the hold, almost collapsing into the ropes. This match taking its toll on the bodies of both men.
Roderick being very smart, going right out after him. He's not allowing Danielson any time to recover on the floor. Danielson tried to dictate the pace early in the match by making his way to the floor, and Roderick allowed him to do that. He's being very smart by staying right on him here and connecting with another chop to the chest.
He's being really smart, turning his chest into a hamburger. Back inside the ring goes Danielson. These fans here in Chicago encouraging Roderick Strong.
They want to see a new champ.
Running forearm strike from Dragon.
Knocked Strong down to the apron, able to hang onto the ropes there and did avoid getting knocked to the concrete floor.
And now he's got him tied up in the ropes, looking to do damage, utilizing the ring ropes.
Got that leg in a bad way.
And stomping away. Off the ropes comes Dragon. Running drop kick, great velocity, sends him all the way to the floor.
Utilizing the ropes, getting all his momentum, crashing down into the side of Roderick Strong, who bounced off the barricade, and once again the champ saying a few words to his fans.
He's back in control of the match, and that's exactly how he likes it.
Look at him grabbing his chest. I have never seen anybody's chest look like that, ever.
I don't think Bryan Danielson's ever felt such punishment as a result of chops from any other human being in professional wrestling before.
Fire Strong back in.
And that makes him all the more determined here tonight. Going after that leg now. Keeping Roderick grounded.
Driving the point of the elbow into the side of the knee as he cranks back on the ankle. Sitting down. Has the legs grapevine here. Version of the Indian Deathlock.
Putting a lot of pressure on that leg. Tried and true hold and adding the stomping motion to the knee to inflict even more punishment.
Strong shoulders down. He's got to be careful there. Todd Sinclair, good job of refereeing right there. Normally looking for the submission, but he noticed the shoulders down and made the count. Very nicely done by the referee right there.
Danielson just waiting, slap across the face. He still has those legs tied up.
Nowhere for Roderick to go, right in the center of the ring. Danielson bridging back, tremendous neck strength here. Another near fall. Roderick gets up at one.
Putting so much added pressure on those legs and forcing, with the pain of the hold, the shoulders of Roderick Strong down to the canvas.
Fans trying to rally behind Roderick Strong here. You see him grabbing at that left knee. Obviously in some discomfort. Again, another 2 count.
Danielson back up to his feet. Tying up the head. Yet another submission predicament for Roderick Strong.
And not just damage to the knees and the legs here. This has to make it very difficult for Roderick Strong to breathe. He has one arm being bent way back against the grain and the leg of Bryan Danielson crimping down on the neck at the same time.
Trying to reach toward the ropes, but way out of his reach at this point. He needs to figure out another way of working his way out of the hole.
Yeah, he's trying to reach for the ropes. I don't think that's going to be the way to do it. First move right there is to get that leg off, which he did. And now he's able to make it to the ropes. Very nicely done by the challenger, but he is obviously in all sorts of pain right now.
Oh, yeah. He was able to free 2 body parts in order to work his way toward the ropes, but a lot of damage done to that knee during the past minute.
And full of hair. The champ staying right on the challenger until he stops to jaw with the crowd one more time.
Roderick back to his feet. He can barely stand at this point.
Once again, Dragon right back to work on the knee, wrenching it across the rope. Utilizing the count.
Off the ropes he comes. But Roderick able to get out of harm's way and connect with a kick of his own.
Staggers the champ. Roderick up to his feet. Clothesline. folds the champ in half. He might have him here. Cover. 2.5.
Oh, so close.
Roderick Strong folded the champ in half, and we were just half a second away from a new world champ.
Roderick has wanted this so bad to continue his rise in professional wrestling. The ROH World title will take him to the top. Battling for position here.
Danielson's trying to belly him to the floor, and Roderick hits the apron hard and bounces off the steel.
Right into the steel barricade he goes. Strong's head smashed into the steel guardrail just over 40 minutes into the match, Lenny Leonard. He's out on the floor. Referee checking on his condition as Danielson standing almost triumphant in the ring as the challenger is a broken man on the floor.
He tried to belly him over the top rope all the way to the concrete. There is nothing that this guy won't do to defend the world title. Roderick Strong in the heap on the concrete.
Sinclair checking on his condition. I wonder at this point if he can even continue. Danielson, again, having words with some of the fans at ringside.
Sinclair asking the champion to get back in the ring as somehow Strong is busted open. Oh my God!
He hit that guardrail so hard with such force, and Danielson sees blood, and he's going right after that cut, looking to bust him even further open.
Raking right at the forehead, that already wide open laceration, blood pouring out of the forehead of Roderick Strong, and the champ, like a shark seeing blood in the water, going right to work on it.
Roderick trying to work his way to the other side of the ringside area to get away from Dragon's assault here. Chop across his chest.
Here he said we are 40 plus minutes into this matchup. That alone can drive the human body past its own limits, but the blood loss now on top of that Roderick Strong is experiencing, that cannot be a good thing right now, and the champ is all over Roderick, who is just staggering now on the outside, almost unable to stand because of the blood loss.
And we talked about how both of these men are used to lengthy matches as of late. I thought this match might go a full 60 minutes, the time limit here tonight, but not with Strong losing blood like this in such a physical match. Full Nelson, Dragon suplex, can he get it? Roderick trying to block. Dragon suplex right on his head.
Roderick Strong is out. His eyes just rolled back in his head. It is all over right here. Bryan Danielson's going to retain the title. Cover.
Oh, so close. The ropes right there. Saved Roderick Strong.
And Bryan Danielson is hot.
He thought he had him right there.
I thought he had him right there.
Right on his head with the Dragon suplex. He's going for the crossface chicken wing here. It's how he won the world title.
Trying to lock his hands together. Roderick trying to fight him off.
He had it scouted. Trying to break free. He's got him up on his shoulders.
Danielson able to kick out. Strong drove the knees right into the midsection, but that split second where you saw Roderick grasping his already damaged knee might have been the difference that saved the title for Bryan Danielson, and Roderick Strong is staying right on him in the corner.
He sacrificed his own injured knee for the sake of trying to do damage to win the world title, and now looking for a superplex. Both men to the top rope. And both men go crashing down to the canvas. High Impact Wrestling. Roderick with the cover. Danielson kicks out.
Strong now with a burst of energy, pops right back up. He's looking for the stronghold here. Right in the center of the ring, trying to turn the champ.
He couldn't keep the hold. Too much strain on that knee.
Unable to hang on. The pain too much for Roderick. But he's still in control here. Trying to go for it one more time.
If he can turn him over again and keep the hold and keep him away from the ropes, right in the center of the ring.
Danielson able to power his way out. Ducks the clothesline. Roaring elbow!
That could knock a man out!
Roderick Strong is prone in the center of the ring. Danielson against the ropes, makes his way up, trying to lock in the chicken wing one more time. He's got it right in the center of the ring. The cross-face chicken wing. Roderick trying to inch his way to the ropes.
He does. He does. Danielson must break. Danielson regaining his focus here.
Both men gasping for air as we are closing in on the 50-minute mark. Roderick Strong is almost out on his feet here.
He went for the belly to back off the top. Earlier, Roderick was able to counter into a crossbody. It looks like he may be trying it once again.
Belly to back superplex. Roderick Strong is all but beat here. Danielson just has to crawl across and cover him, and he's going to retain the title. Cover! He kicked out again!
Oh, the heart in this kid. Roderick wants the world title so badly. Kicking away at the head.
Danielson kicking right back. Forearm shots exchanged.
Both men staying on their feet. Nelson backbreaker covered into a crucifix. Only two.
Elbows to the face of Roderick Strong by Danielson. Just pounding away at the face.
Relentless. And Sinclair.
He stopped the match. I don't think Roderick can continue. He's out.
Relentless elbows to the side of the head. The bloodied head of Roderick Strong. The referee saw the position he was in, saw that he wasn't giving up, and called for the bell. The match had to be stopped. What an effort by Roderick Strong. He has proved tonight, proved in this series of matches with Danielson, that he
Samoa Joe. 3 times now, you and I have faced off in singles matches in Ring of Honor. And 3 times, you defeated me. But that's not going to be the end of the story between...
What we have here, just another typical stupid male.
Looks like you could have used a little bit of that help tonight, Chris, that you turned your back on back in the day.
Turn my back? I never turn my back on anybody. I don't know what you're talking about, BJ.
Come on.
You'll find out soon enough, Chris.
Let it go. You got other things to worry about, Chris. Come
What the hell is he talking about? Turn my back. I never tell you.
Can't stay here.
Introducing first, at a combined weight of 1,029 pounds, representing the Alex Shelley.
Throw that in
Talk about vendettas. The Embassy and Generation Next collide yet again. 8-man tag team action. AJ Styles filling in for Roderick Strong, who was given the title shot here tonight after the events of last week in Connecticut. Joining forces with Generation Next, flanked by the lovely Daisy Hayes and Jade Chung, who, as I hear, is Roderick's newest interest. They were all over each other last night in Detroit. Taking on the Embassy, and once again the Monster Abyss, part of the Embassy's squad here tonight, and we're going to see Prince Nana mix it up as a wrestler as well.
This matchup, not just about vendettas, not just about feuds between two factions that cannot absolutely stand one another. This match, little more significance in that steel cage warfare is coming up December 3rd in New York City as the fans throwing toilet paper at Jimmy Rave on the outside. Significant for this match, the fact that the advantage in steel cage warfare is going to go to the winner of this matchup here tonight. We don't flip coins here in Ring of Honor. We wrestle to see who gets the advantage.
Steel cage warfare, very similar in format to a war game style matchup coming up between these two to finally settle the score between these two factions that have been at war for months now.
Jimmy Rave going to start it off against the former world champ Austin Aries. Jimmy Rave, the recipient of said toilet paper from the fine folks here in Chicago Ridge, says he's going to unveil his new finisher here tonight. I wonder if he's got the Master Rock ready to go.
I don't know about that. I've seen him apply the full Nelson in the past, and I don't think that is the new finisher. He's
the Rave Lock. The Rave Lock, I know.
The Rave Lock. Yeah, he's waiting for the precise moment, the right time to let the fans and the rest of the roster know exactly what he has in mind. This new move that he has perfected and is going to unleash terror on ROH.
Finally, Rave makes his way back to the ring. It looks like we're going to get things started off here.
With Austin Aries?
Maybe not so fast.
Hesitant Jimmy Rave. Doesn't want to get things started too quick. But Austin Aries will wait for the precise moment to unleash that drop kick to the side of the head. And he's in the wrong part of town right now as all of Generation Next and AJ Styles are just pounding away.
And AJ's going to get himself in there.
No love lost between these two whatsoever.
History between these two. Hard forearm shot by AJ, and he's going to tag in Matt Sydal, the newest member of Generation Next.
Matt Sydal and AJ Styles forming quite the duo in tag team action last night in Detroit. We'll see some more of that tonight. And a high flyer Jack Evans now, forearming away at Jimmy Rave.
Another chop to the chest. Rave trying to make his way out of the corner and get the tag. Evans cuts him off though, he drags him right back to the corner, and one more time he's going to tag in Austin Aries.
Frequent tags on the side of Generation Next. Kicking away at the chest of Jimmy Rave.
Hard left hand to the top of the head as well. Again, Rave trying to make the tag. Aries, though, putting on the brakes, driving him right back to his part of town, and another left hand right to the top of the head, rocks Jimmy Rave in the corner.
You'll notice the vast majority of those in this matchup relatively small in stature, with the exception of the very, very large Abyss. Undoubtedly the most intimidating force in this match.
AJ stomping away at the back of the head. Yeah, Abyss is absolutely enormous on the outside, and it would bode well for Generation Next if they can keep Jimmy Rave in their half of the ring and keep that monster out of this matchup.
Right into the buckle goes Jimmy Rave. Solid punch from AJ Styles. Of course, AJ reclaiming the Styles clash. The move that Jimmy Rave stole from him, blatantly ripped off from him, and started calling the Rave clash.
Tag into Matt Sydal. AJ picks Rave back up, fires a chop into the corner. Running knee strike. Stepped up on the thigh of Jimmy Rave and connect right with the side of the head. Rave again trying to crawl his way across the ring to make the tag, and Sydal drags him back to the corner and again tags in Austin Aries. Elbow to the back of the head. This has to be about the 5th tag so far for Generation Next, and Jimmy Rave has been in their half of the ring since the get-go.
Doing a good job of cutting Jimmy Rave off from his corner. And Austin Aries gets a few shots in on the members of the Embassy.
Oh, you don't want to, you're just going to make Abyss mad doing something like that.
So Prince Nana, I don't think he necessarily wants to make the tag.
Now he's got a case of the Jimmy legs on the outside.
Pulling Jimmy Rave back toward their corner. Aries again putting the boots to Jimmy Rave.
No, call me kooky, but I don't think Nana wanted the tag, man.
No, you think? Jimmy Rave, I don't want to tag.
The crown jewel.
In comes backside out. And connects with a beautiful drop kick.
Nowhere to go for Rave. Another boot to the chest. It is all Generation Next here. Going to work on Jimmy Rave. Forearm shot and a tag to AJ Styles.
They've done a very good job of exacting their revenge on Jimmy Rave, and Jimmy Rave only thus far. Out to the floor he goes. AJ went for the dive, Jimmy moved, but AJ caught himself on the floor. And AJ goes soaring. Aries off the apron.
Jimmy Rave in a heap near the guardrail, courtesy of Austin Aries, as Daisy Hayes on the outside looks on.
Inside out going to work. Inside the ring on Alex Shelley. But Shelley connects with the kick. Sends Seidel down to the canvas.
Jay Chung on the outside, pounding on the apron, encouraging Seidel, who reverses the Irish whip. Shelley able to get out of the way.
And pulled off of the apron. Keep your eye on that side out. Beautiful dive. Takes Shelley down to the floor. Abyss mixing it up with AJ Styles.
Jack Evans goes soaring to the floor, and now everyone except Prince Nana going at it on the outside.
Why he called Flippy McGillicuddy. Oh, he hits the floor.
That might be why.
And once again, Nana wants none of the action here tonight. He's, well, at least he's been able to avoid any punishment inflicted on himself as of yet.
Slingshot sent on by Aries right off the ropes. Drives the elbow to the chest of Shelley. 2 count, Shelley goes to the floor, and Aries now looking for Prince Nana one more time.
Trying to get his hands on him. Yeah, bring him in the ring.
Oh, watch out for Abyss on the apron, though. Abyss clubs Austin Aries right in the back of the head. AJ, though, right behind Abyss, firing away.
It takes so much momentum to even attempt to take a guy the size of Abyss down. AJ with the leapfrog on Abyss. Drop kick, and down he goes.
Unbelievable athleticism from AJ Styles, but he's caught by Jimmy Rave. AJ puts on the brakes. Backbreaker on Rave.
Down to the canvas he goes.
Abyss makes his way to the floor.
Delayed vertical suplex from the Phenomenal One. And then down the mat. That's the tag. In comes Jack Evans once again.
Stomping away at the midsection. Rave in the middle of the ring on his knees, begging for mercy here. Evans maybe making a mistake here, ducks the right hand and connects with a left to the face.
Well, he's successfully avoiding Jimmy Rave's attempts. Connects with a kick to the side of the head.
Utilizing his quickness, elevated, lands on the apron, blocks and fires a forearm shot. Springboard, flippity kick.
That's what it's called. That's a technical term. Cover! Only 2.
Crowd getting behind Generation Next.
Grabbed hold of the shorts, but Evans able to save himself. Down goes Jimmy Rave.
Tried to tully him to the floor, but he landed on the apron.
Springboard, but this time Prince Nana interjecting himself, taking the balance away from Jack Evans and sending him to the floor. And he didn't even see Abyss coming.
One shot from Abyss to the back sends Evans flying halfway across the floor.
Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Alex Shelley.
How do you like it, Jack?
Just standing on him. Not going to pin the man that way.
They're trying to punish Jack Evans now. On facelock, Evans trying to make his way to the corner. Shelley cutting him off and dragging him back to the corner.
And the Monster Abyss tagged in. And in there with the smallest competitor on the Generation Next team in Jack Evans.
Hard right hand to the ribs. Fires him head first in the top turnbuckle.
A true David versus Goliath matchup right here between these two.
Abyss with at least a 200-pound weight advantage on Jack Evans.
Watch your face.
Abyss.
Don't be mad, man.
And to the other side of the ring. House charging. Oh.
Nowhere for Evans to go as he just gets squashed in the corner.
Okay, I'm coming.
In comes Alex Shelley. For the cover. Too close to the ropes.
How you like it,
Evans
Jay?
is just limp.
Huh? How you like it, sweetheart?
Pulling him back up. Shelley now doing the same thing to Jack Evans that Generation Next was able to do in the early part of the match to Jimmy Rave. Cut the ring in half and prevent him from tagging in any of his partners. Cover. AJ Styles makes the save.
Nice double team maneuver from Raven. Shelley there. Fortunately for Evans, Styles able to break it up. Raven controlled, drives him to the corner.
Shut up.
Working the forearm across the face of Jack Evans. Izzy Hayes and Jay Chung getting these fans here in Chicago behind Jack Evans to fight his way back to make a tag here. Stopping away on the chest. In comes Shelley once again. Double team strategy from the Embassy. And they take him down with tremendous force.
Covered by Shelley.
Down breaks it up. Taking away at Shelley. Tempers really flaring here between these two factions.
These are 8 guys who do not like each other one bit. And 2 girls. Him up in the gory special.
Holding him in half like we've seen on many occasions. Alex Shelley likes to torture Jack Evans, and he's doing it right now.
People are not supposed to bend that way.
Back over there.
Keeps hold of the legs.
Hey, look at
If he makes his feet touch his head again.
He just did.
Oh my God!
Aries makes the save. Back chop on Alex Shelley. Shelley, the former stablemate of Generation Next, now at war with his former partner. I was trying to fire back, but not enough. And are they going to tag in Prince Nana?
Now he's ready for the tag.
Yeah, after you have all the other members of the team soften up the smallest man on the opposing team, and reverse direction knee drop from Nana.
Driving the knee right into the side of the face of Jack Evans. Picks him right up and pushes him into the corner. Hard chop to the chest from Nana.
He's just for battle. Too bad he's not the one doing much of the battling in this match.
Tagging to Jimmy Ray, firing away the midsection.
Nana is very happy with the way the match is going for his team at the moment.
Doing the Ghana victory dance.
Is that what that was?
I believe it was. Tagging to the Monster Abyss.
Abyss. Modified camel clutch from Jimmy Ray as Abyss just kicks away.
Plants that giant boot right into the chest of poor Jack Evans as Alex Shelley putting the bad mouth on him. And biting him. Well, he did give him the finger.
Get in there, ref.
Flick me off, bitch. You like it, man. You're not to. Jeez Louise.
Abyss in the corner with Evans, right hand to the top of the head.
He's firing back. He's trying to work his way out of the corner. He needs to make a tag. He's got to get another member of his team in the ring.
Up and over
Generation X could tag Jack Evans legally.
Got to give Nana a little bit of credit there. Presence of mind to quickly drag Evans out of the corner before he could make the tag. Now Alex Shelley getting ready to go to work on Evans. Now just taunting the rest of Generation Next.
Daisy Hayes encouraging him to hang in there. Slowly pulling Jack Evans back up off the canvas. Belly to back suplex, down to the canvas he goes.
Driving him right in the center of the ring. Submission move here, right in the middle of the ring. Pulling back on the arms and bending him in half again. Jesus! How does this kid survive?
He's got to submit at some point here.
Shelley had his own shoulders to the mat there. 2 count by Sinclair.
And again, just taunting the partners of Jack Evans. In comes Nana again.
I think I once described the back of Jack Evans as being made of silly putty. I now think it might be Jello.
Legs tag, yes! Makes the tag, and Nana gets out of the ring as soon as possible.
Seidel and Aries going to work.
Sinclair's lost control of this thing. It's Generation Next going to town on the embassy.
Drop kick from AJ Styles.
Punch Nana. Keep your eye on this. They sidestep as he advances, and he just got down Nana. Combination from Generation Next. AJ Styles with the springboard forearm sends the big man down and out of the ring. But Jimmy Ray from behind.
Alex Shelley sends Aries out to the floor. Seidel as well. AJ with the kick. Forearm shots to Rave. Super kick. And a spear by Jimmy Ray.
Turns him inside out. Takes all the momentum away from AJ Styles.
Aries trying to make his way back into the ring. Instead, he drags Jimmy Rave out to the floor. Evans and Styles in a heap in the corner, and Abyss is moving some furniture.
He's bringing a table inside the ring, looking to do some damage as we head toward steel cage warfare on December 3rd.
Again, not just Vendetta's on the line here, but the winner of this matchup is going to get the advantage at steel cage warfare under those War Games type rules. And Abyss has that table set in the corner and his eyes set on Jack Evans in the corner on the other side.
If he puts Evans through that table, he's going to break this kid. Referee letting it go. We need to have a winner here. Good call by the official. Going for the handspring elbow. Blocked by Abyss. Face first into the canvas.
A reverse choke slam there as he just drove him chest first into the canvas. Left hand by Aries to the top of the head of Rave. Off the ropes. Black hole slam from Abyss. But he can't follow up. Seidel and Aries going to work.
Trying to double team the big man. It's worked in the past. Can it work again? But no, he knocks both of them down as they came charging. Double choke slam coming up from Abyss. No, they stop on his foot. Off the ropes. Clothesline on Aries. Seidel sent to the lights and comes crashing down on his own partner.
Abyss standing tall in the center, waiting for someone from Generation Next to get up. And unfortunately for Austin Aries, it's him first.
Seidel trying to work his way back up himself. Can we see that double choke slam now?
He's got them both by the throat.
He's to the midsection of Abyss. Or a little bit below the midsection.
AJ! German suplex through the table!
Alex Shelley into the ring. STO. Power drive elbow. Standing moonsault. Seidel drives it down, leg across the chest. Now looking to double team the man.
Aries with a modified German into the turnbuckles. The back of Jimmy Rave's head bouncing off the center turnbuckle.
It's time for some payback.
Oh, he's got Daisy Hayes by the hair!
No. Nana's got Daisy Hayes.
Just like Nana hiding behind a woman.
Making the save on Daisy Hayes. Yeah, hit Nana.
Pulling Daisy to safety. Wait a second!
What the hell?
They just saved her. Jay Chung's in there now.
Jay Chung and Daisy Hayes? What just happened?
Nana's got Jay Chung by the hair. Daisy Hayes
burst into the canvas for Jay Chung. What's Daisy Hayes doing?
Nana!
Oh no! Nana, face full of ass! And again, Prince Nana just rubbing it in the faces of Generation Next here.
Actually, it was Aries and Seidel with the face full ass. Oh, is this gonna be the new finisher?
Air raid crash from Aries Shelley and
he stole another one!
Oh, and they stole a victory in this match! It's gonna be the Embassy with the advantage in Steel Cage Warfare on December 3rd. Jimmy Rave just ripped off another finisher!
And Daisy Hayes, what the hell is she thinking?
I can't believe Daisy Hayes would do that, especially after how we saw the Embassy and how they would treat Jake Chung for months on end. Why? Things are going to be red hot between these two factions as we head to Steel Cage Warfare December 3rd. For Lenny Leonard, I'm Dave Prazak. Thank you for joining us for Vendetta here in Chicago Ridge.
Go ahead, look at it. It's Chicago. It's Ring of Honor. It's my home. Both homes. Both my promotional home. My home itself. Homicide, go ahead and look at it. Go ahead and look at it. Because I started talking, Homicide. I had words. I had words that you didn't like. And I continued with them. And there was a street cred, a street ethics that maybe I didn't know about. Maybe I didn't understand. Maybe that's not what I was all about. I'm just a wrestler. Just a pro wrestler, professional wrestler. It's what I do. It's what I love to do. Maybe I didn't know the rules. I didn't know what to say, what not to say. But I know in pro wrestling, in professional wrestling, when one man is trying to pin the other to the mat and go to the pay window and become the wealthier man for that night, I know nowhere does it say chairs. Nowhere does it say tables. Nowhere does it say duct tape. Nowhere does it say forks and scissors. What are you trying to do? Where does it stand? Where does it stop? What's going on through your mind, Homicide? Look at my eye. Look at my eye. That's just the cream of it. My forehead. There's something that goes in a man's head when he sees his own blood, when he bleeds his own blood, when he tastes his own blood. There's something that clicks. There's something that clicks in my head, at least. At least in my head, something clicked when I was tied down to the ropes with duct tape. Nowhere to go, nothing to feel except my own blood dripping down my face and watching you take me out for what I'm worth. And then you want to open my mouth and you say that my tongue, my mouth is my key. It's what that got you. It's got you under my skin. It got you riling. It got you pissed. It got you ticked off. I said words that weren't supposed to be said. Huh? And you want to cut out my own tongue? And you want to... This is wrestling, Homicide. This is wrestling, Homicide. You want to cut my tongue out? You want to make me see my own blood? Well, I don't need my tongue, Homicide. I don't need it. I can do my fighting with my fists. I can do my fighting with my soul and my heart. Homicide! Homicide! You want a war? You bring it, Homicide! You want to make me bleed my own blood? That's just fine. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of the Rottweilers. Homicide! This is Colt Cabana. This is a new side of Colt Cabana.
We have breaking news. Our cameras did not catch it, but there is an attack in the parking lot on Roderick Strong and Jade Chung. Jade Chung seriously injured. We'll have more on our next home release.